They say home is where the heart is, but when you're over 60, it can sometimes feel more like home is where the hazards are. The clutter you once ignored, now it feels like a maze. The floors you cleaned with ease, now just bending down feels like a chore. But here's the truth. A clean and safe home doesn't have to be hard to maintain. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. In this video, I'll walk you through simple, doable steps that can turn your home into a calm, safe haven without draining your energy. And trust me, you'll want to stay till the end because tip number 10 is the one most people miss. And it's the one that could change everything. Let's start small, because small changes can make a big difference. Let me tell you about Margaret. She's 72, lives alone, loves reading mystery novels and baking oatmeal cookies for her grandkids. But one day, she tripped over a folded rug on the way to the bathroom. It wasn't a hard fall, but it scared her. And it made her realize something. Her home, the place she felt safest, was actually full of hidden hazards. You see, over time, our homes fill up. Magazines on the floor, power cords stretched across hallways, shoes by the doorway. And when you're 25, no big deal. But after 60, one misstep could mean weeks of recovery. So here's your first step to a cleaner, safer home. Start with your floors. Walk through your home like you're seeing it for the first time. Look for anything that might trip you: loose rugs, cords, baskets, even low furniture. Remove or secure anything that's in your path. Replace rugs with non-slip ones, or remove them altogether. You don't need to remodel your home. You just need to make space for your peace of mind and your safety. Margaret did it. Took her just one afternoon with a trash bag, some Velcro strips, and a little help from her daughter. Now she walks from room to room without worry. Imagine that. Your home once again becoming your sanctuary. Now, let's move into one of the most underestimated danger zones in any home. The bathroom. It's a small space. You've used it for years. But here's what most people forget. Tile floors and water are not friends. They're a slip and fall waiting to happen. Take Tom, for example. He's 68 and just retired. A few weeks into his new quiet life, he stepped into the shower like he always did, but slipped getting out. He didn't break anything, thank goodness. But he said what scared him most wasn't the fall. It was realizing how easily it happened, and how easily it could have been prevented. So here's what you do. Get anti-slip mats. Put one inside your shower or tub, and another just outside. Choose mats with strong suction cups underneath, no sliding, no bunching. And while you're at it, add a couple of grab bars near the toilet and in the shower. They're not just for hospitals. They're for smart homes, homes that care about the people inside them. These aren't luxury upgrades. They're peace of mind essentials. Tom installed his in an afternoon. Said it was the best $40 he ever spent. And here's the thing, these little changes, you might not even notice them after a few days. But you'll definitely notice how much safer and more confident you feel. Now let's talk about something you probably do every week, maybe every day: cleaning. You don't need to scrub floors on your hands and knees. You don't need to carry buckets and sprays from one end of the house to the other. That's exhausting and totally unnecessary. Let me tell you about Janet. She's 74 and still keeps a spotless home. Her secret? She has a small cleaning kit in every major room. It's simple. A small caddy in the kitchen with an all-purpose spray, a sponge, and a dishcloth. Another in the bathroom with a toilet brush, wipes, and disinfectant. A microfiber cloth in the living room drawer for dusting. This way, she doesn't have to trek back and forth every time she sees a spill or a dusty corner. She just reaches for the nearest kit and handles it in seconds. You can do the same. Use small baskets or bins. Label them if you like. Keep only what you need for that area. It's not about cleaning more. It's about making cleaning easier. Because let's face it, the easier it is, the more likely it'll get done. Janet says she now spends just 10 to 15 minutes a day tidying up, without breaking a sweat. And best of all, her home stays cleaner because she tackles messes when they happen. You deserve that kind of ease. You've earned it. Let's talk about something most of us were taught growing up. Saturday is cleaning day. Back then, it made sense. One day, deep clean, get it all done. But now, you're older, wiser. And let's be honest, a full-day cleaning marathon can leave you sore for 2 days. That's where Helen comes in. She's 69 and used to dread Saturdays. She'd wake up thinking about all the laundry, floors, windows, and dusting, but one day she tried something new. She set a timer for just 15 minutes. She dusted the living room and fluffed the pillows. That's it. Next day, wiped the kitchen counters and swept the floor. And guess what? By the end of the week, her home was cleaner than ever, without her ever feeling exhausted. Cleaning in small steps isn't lazy, it's smart. It keeps you consistent, avoids burnout, and helps your body stay fresh. Try this. Set a timer for 10 or 15 minutes. Pick one task, one room, or one shelf. Stop when the timer goes off. You're done for the day. It's not about doing everything. It's about doing something every day with ease. Helen says it's her secret weapon now, and it could be yours too. When was the last time you wiped down your light switches, or your TV remote, or the handle on your refrigerator? Don't worry, you're not alone. These are the spots we touch every single day, but we often forget to clean them. And for seniors especially, germs can be more than just annoying. They can be dangerous. Meet Arthur. He's 71, diabetic, and careful about his health. But last winter, he came down with a cold that lingered for weeks. His doctor asked a simple question: do you sanitize your high-touch areas? That was his wake-up call. Now, every Sunday, Arthur takes 10 minutes to do a touch-point sweep. With disinfecting wipes or a gentle cleaner, he wipes doorknobs, light switches, TV remotes, fridge handles, phone screen, and yes, even the buttons on the microwave. He sets a timer, plays his favorite radio show, and wipes as he listens. By the time the music ends, he's done and protected for another week. Sanitizing doesn't have to be scary. You don't need harsh chemicals or gloves up to your elbows. Just a few minutes once a week makes a big difference. And Arthur? He hasn't had a cold since. Now let's talk about reaching, one of the most frustrating parts of keeping a home tidy. Bending to sweep under the couch. Stretching to clean the top shelf. Climbing stools to wipe the ceiling fan. These actions used to be simple, but now, they're risks, not chores. That's why Barbara, age 73, swears by her long-handled cleaning tools. She used to avoid cleaning the baseboards because of her knees. Now, a long-handled duster makes it a 2-minute job. She used to get dizzy cleaning the shower walls. Now, her extendable mop takes care of it with no bending or climbing. Here's what Barbara recommends: long-handled dusters for fans, ceilings, and under furniture. Extendable squeegees for windows and mirrors. Spray mops that don't need a bucket or wringing. And for fun, a grabber tool for picking up anything you drop. These tools aren't just for convenience. They protect your body, your knees, your back, your balance. Barbara says her cleaning days are shorter, easier, and pain-free. And the best part? She doesn't feel old anymore when cleaning. She feels clever. You don't have to stop doing what you love. You just have to do it differently. And sometimes, the right tool is all you need to keep going strong. If you're finding these tips helpful, give this video a quick like. It helps more seniors discover safe, smart ways to manage their homes. And don't forget to hit subscribe for weekly videos just like this one. Have you ever walked through your home at night and felt like you were navigating a cave? That's exactly what happened to Joseph, age 76. One evening, he got up for a glass of water. The hallway light was off, and instead of switching it on, he figured he knew the way. One misstep near the dining table, and he bumped his shin so hard it left a bruise for a week. Not a fall, but a reminder. A simple one. You can't avoid what you can't see. Our vision changes with age. We need more light to see clearly, and shadows become more dangerous than ever. So here's what Joseph did. He added bright LED bulbs to his main rooms. He placed night lights in the hallway, bathroom, and kitchen. And in his bedroom, a motion sensor light by the bed. Now, anytime he moves, a gentle glow lights the way. No reaching for switches in the dark. Try it yourself. Brighten your living spaces, especially hallways, stairs, bathroom entrances, near corners or sharp furniture edges. You don't need fancy renovations, just affordable lights that do the job. Joseph says, "Now I walk at night like I've got a spotlight on me." And just like that, his home became not only safer but more comfortable too. Let's visit Carol. She's 70 and a retired schoolteacher. She's proud of her home. Every room neatly arranged, every cabinet full of memories. But one day, while reaching for a heavy casserole dish on the top shelf, it slipped and landed right on her hand. She didn't break anything, thank goodness. But she learned a tough lesson. Where we store things matters just as much as how we store them. Carol changed her whole system after that. She moved heavy and frequently used items like pots, pans, and appliances down to waste or counter level. She used clear bins with labels so she could see what was inside without bending or digging. She also started using pull-out baskets in her cabinets so things came to her, instead of her reaching for them. And the high shelves? Now they hold seasonal decorations or things she uses once a year. No more daily risks. Here are some ideas you can try today. Store heavy items low. Use see-through bins to avoid opening everything. Label shelves with big, bold text. Keep a sturdy step stool if you must reach high, but use it rarely. Carol now calls her kitchen senior-friendly, but I'd call it smart, safe, and beautifully efficient. Some things don't need daily attention, but they do need attention. And one of the easiest ways to stay on top of your home is to do what Alan does. Alan is 75, retired military, loves routines. Once a month, on the first Sunday morning, he walks around his home with a notepad and his coffee. He calls it his home check walk. He checks smoke and carbon monoxide detectors, water under sinks, loose rails or steps, burnt-out light bulbs, extension cords and power strips. Anything that doesn't feel right takes him 15 minutes. And here's the result? Alan's home stays in great shape year-round. Nothing piles up. Nothing catches him off guard. He's caught tiny leaks before they became water damage, and loose screws before a cabinet fell. It's easy to forget these small things until they become big things. But a quick monthly habit can save you money, time, and stress. You don't have to be a handyman. Just be observant, be consistent, and write down anything that needs fixing. Alan even adds a reminder on his calendar. Walk plus watch. Smart man. Before we move to the final tip, here's a bonus that's simple but powerful. Something you can create in 5 minutes that will help you every single day. Meet Eleanor. She's 78, lives alone, and says this one trick has changed how she manages her mornings and evenings. She created what she calls a grab-and-go basket. It's a small bin that sits on her side table, nothing fancy. Inside she keeps her reading glasses, a flashlight, tissues, a notebook and pen, lip balm, phone charger, TV remote, and a small bottle of water. It's all within reach. No getting up and down a dozen times. No searching for things in the dark. She even has a second one near the kitchen for medications, timers, and grocery list notes. This small basket helps her stay calm, organized, and independent. She says, "It's like my day starts and ends right there. No rushing, no forgetting." So here's your bonus challenge. Create your own grab-and-go basket. Think of it as your home base, where your daily essentials live. It doesn't just save time. It saves energy, prevents accidents, and gives you a greater sense of control. Little things matter, especially when they make your life easier. Now that your home is cleaner, brighter, safer, and more organized, let's finish with the one final tip that brings everything together and reminds us why asking for help is not a weakness, but a strength. Let me tell you about Ruth and her son Michael. Ruth is 82 and fiercely independent. She's the kind of woman who doesn't want to bother anyone. But over time, the laundry started piling up. The garden went untended. She wasn't feeling weak, but things just weren't getting done. Michael noticed. One Sunday, he sat her down and said something she never forgot. "Mom, letting me help isn't a burden. It's an honor." That day, they created a simple plan. Michael would handle yard work and heavy lifting once a week. Ruth would do the light daily tasks she enjoyed. And every month, they'd go over any repairs or things that needed attention. Now Ruth feels free, not dependent. She says, "I still take care of my home. I just don't do it alone." Here's the truth. Asking for help doesn't take away your independence. Protects it. Whether it's a neighbor, a family member, or a part-time helper, let someone lend a hand. You don't need to do it all. You only need to do what matters most and stay safe doing it. Let's take a deep breath. We've walked through your home together, cleared your walkways, brightened your rooms, simplified your routines. And we've learned this. A clean and safe home doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to work for you. Small steps create big results. And every change you make is a gift to your future self. So take it slow. Do what feels right. And know that every drawer you organize, every light you replace, every mat you add, is another way of saying, "I care about my well-being." You've taken care of others your whole life. Now it's time to care for your space and yourself with the same love. If this video gave you a few new ideas or reminders, go ahead and give it a like. It helps more seniors find these helpful tips. And don't forget to subscribe for more simple, smart ways to make life at home easier and safer. Your home should serve you, not the other way around.